Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to another episode of World of Dummies. Yes, another episode. The episode or the series that you guys literally love to watch. It is probably my most famous series. Everybody's asking about World of Dummies. Everybody asks me when there is another episode. People send me so many emails, a lot of them are World of Dummies. So World of Dummies emails, replays, etc. have literally overtaken OP replays, everything. My email is literally full of World of Dummies content. So we do have a lot. Straight after this, I'm going to record another World of Dummies for a few days time. So yeah, it's pretty good. So this episode, we just got the usual noobs. We was going to call this sort of World of Noobs, but we're going to keep it just World of Dummies because it's this game is sort of completely different to the next game. So this game, we're going to start off with the Emil 1, and the guy driving it actually does a fantastic job, but it's a kind of job that shouldn't be made possible. He should not be doing what he does in this battle, but it's all thanks to the enemy team. Now the enemy team are not the best of players. Now his team are actually disappearing. There is 2 tanks down. The LTTB is about to die. The P43 dies on the enemy team just before the LTTB. So currently it is a 4 versus 6. Now the Emil is a strong tank. It has a strong turret, but what it doesn't have is DPM. When you're on a reload, you have literally a 21 second reload. So when you're being pushed, it's not the greatest. It is not the greatest of tanks unless you are in a hold down position and nobody wants to push you. That's kind of what's going to happen this game. So far he is on only 1300 damage, 4 tanks left alive on his team. There goes the T69 and there goes the KV3 on his team. So it's now a 3 versus 4. So he hasn't done too much. He hasn't been shot. He hasn't sort of had anything to sort of be careful about. No one's pushing him. And his team around to the left side are pretty much full hit points as well. But so are the enemy. There is a lot of hit points to get through still. And he's not looking at moving anywhere. Because, of course, the best thing about the Emil 1 is that turret. So if you go down and you are in the open, then the tank is not actually that good. So I love the fact that he's looking at staying where he is, because this is the strongest position for this tank. Now the IS-6 literally gets ripped apart. There's a smasher there as well. And now it is a 2 versus 4. So he's on a long reload. So he's just backing up over this hill. He is looking around. He's got the Dracula coming to sort of the right side. This should be such an easy win. Such an easy win for the red team. Now the IS-6 is that was a nice roll there into the IS-6, a nice high roll, and that was a nice shot there as well. So it's now a 1 versus 4. A 1 versus 4. He's got 1 shell left, and he takes that into the the smasher, and now the Dracula is going to push him. So it doesn't matter what tank you are in. Doesn't matter if you're in the most OP tank, where you shouldn't be winning a 1 versus 4, especially when they have so many hit points left. Now he's taking the attention of the Dracula, so at the moment all these other tanks around have got clear shots on him that should be penning him. So, and they are. He's lost literally most of his hit points. He's on 783 hit points. He does take care of the Dracula, but stupidly, the Tiger 1, I think, is shooting HE. Like, GG, why is he shooting HE? I don't know, but the smasher comes around from behind. He wants that HE into him, and he bounces. He bounces a AP shot. The AP is not a good is not good on the Smasher. Most of the time you have to shoot the premium ammo or the HE. Even if he would have shot HE at that point, it would have been enough to win this game. So he's managed to bring it down. Kill that noobs. Kill that noob, says the Smasher. Well, you're the one that just bounced a clear side shot into the mill. So he's done a good job at the minute. 1300 block damage, 5.3k damage, and just 2 tanks left, and he's just reloaded his magazine. It's probably not going to be enough to clear this Tiger unless he gets absolutely really lucky. He's got 1 shell left, and he leaves him on 267 HP. So he's now got these 2 tanks down to a 1-shot. He's a 1-shot. God knows what this IS-6 is doing. He blocks another shot from the Tiger 1. He is completely ignoring the IS-6. What is the IS-6 doing? The IS-6 should have been able to get behind him by now, but he just doesn't. So now it's a 1 versus 1. He's got 2 shells left, and it's only going to take 1 shell to clear this this IS-6. Is he going to wait? I mean, look at the IS-6 just sits there like, hey, come and shoot me, dude. And that's exactly what he does. So 5 kills, 1 versus 4, 6.4k damage in a tier 8 tank, and that was a ratings game. Absolutely incredible. And if we just look at the enemy team, I mean, the Smasher did a good job. You have the IS-6 there, 42%, only 500 average damage. What else have we got here? We've got the Tiger, 43% with 500 average damage. We have the Dracula, 41%, 400 average damage. So yeah, it's not the best of teams. The P43, again, 47%, no average damage whatsoever. So, and we have the T69. No, we're looking at his team at the moment. T69, 44%. So yeah, it wasn't a great team, but it should have been a team that done a lot better than they did. He shouldn't have been able to win that game. Next up, we have an IS-7, and now the world of dummy in this episode really is this WZ1111-4. Now, fair enough, there is 3 heavies on his team. All 3 heavies pushed to the middle of the map, which is fair enough. And at the minute, there is only the pattern spotted, and now there is a couple more tanks spotted on the hill. The only problem with this map is it's such a small map, and when you have a few TDs, I mean, there's 3 TDs on this game each. When they decide to all sit in the same position, you gotta be prepared. I mean, it's not good 3 TDs sitting all at the same position, but sometimes it can work if they do their job. If they spot the tank, if the tanks are spotted and all the TDs actually pay attention and go for these spotted tanks, then it isn't actually so bad. So the IS-7 here, you can see he wants to push the hill. He's got that shot off on the pattern now, and he's just waiting for his opportunity to push up on the hill, because there's not much really he can do. Heavy tanks on the right, heavy tank on the right, which is right. Okay, Fosh, he spotted that there's an IS-8 that is coming on his right side. So God knows why the IS-8 has gone flanking around. He's a heavy tank. He should be in the middle supporting his other heavy tanks. So not the greatest play there from the IS-8, but the enemy is they're still in this game. 1 tank down each. And the IS-7 is actually going to do a really good job. And you can see there now that the enemy have actually flanked around. So this is where all 3 of those TDs should be focusing each target one by one. And they should be just obliterating them tanks coming around. There's 3 big TDs, including a Death Star, a Foch, a Grill. They should literally be taking care of these tanks, no problem whatsoever. So there goes the Death Star on the enemy team. So at least that's 1 big tank taken care of. We still have the pattern up here, and we still have the E4 up here. So the IS-7, he's still full hit points, but he's just looking around and just like, guys, where's the team? Like, take care of those tanks. And you can see, like, TDs, bruh, come on. Like, take them out already. I need help here. and they're just not really doing anything. One more heavy tank on the right. So fair enough, the Foch, at least his awareness is okay. So now the IS-7, he was going to push towards the IS-8, but that is until he saw the Jag Tiger that is still camping at the back. Of course, there was 3 heavies, TDs on the enemy team as well, but one has been taken out and there's just the 2 remaining. So he's going to focus on the Jag Tiger. The Jag Tiger has great DPM, and he's just going to wait. And you can see that they still haven't taken them tanks out that are around that corner. They are going to win this game. They are going to win this game. It's just, I mean, the dummy is more the WZ. The WZ decided to stop on the hill here and sort of flank around where the spawn area, the cap area, where if he should really sort of be here and covering the hill. But he was the one that decided to turn back. It doesn't now allow our IS-7 to deal with this Jag Tiger. There goes the Foch, and it's now a 5 versus 4. And the WZ is going to die very, very soon. And he's going to actually start crying big time because he was not getting the help from the TDs. But the TDs, I mean, they're all now together. They are now all together, which is okay. At least they're now working together. And here we go. Help, says the WZ. I mean, at least the IS-7 is helping, and he's been doing the best he can. And this is where the WZ literally starts raging. Pig team, and all of a sudden it's just one tank left, which is the flanking IS-7. Look, IS-7, son of a whore. What the hell? What camper pig? He's been holding this whole side all by himself. 4k damage. Like, what the hell? So ask your mum who raped her. Like, wow. Like, what was the need for this? Like, bruh, the IS-7 doesn't even know what he's, like, talking about. Why not push them, son of a whore? He was holding them. He was holding the guys that were here and waiting for the TDs to do their job. So he did nothing wrong. He was holding, he's finishing with a crazy amount of damage. Okay, he bounces that shot, should have aimed, and the WZ kind of thought that was funny. Look, you're the one that's dead, WZ. You're the one that was decided to go back through spawn, and maybe you could have pushed the hill. But you know, there is no need for the rage. They won the game. He finishes on 5.2k damage, does a fantastic job. So yeah, there was no need for it. But I hope you enjoyed that World of Dummies, guys. I am meadsyreplays, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.